pues bueno, pues vamos a empezarle pues. Nueva partida. Desea cargar partida porque obviamente estuve haciendo pruebas en el stream antes de aventarme y anunciarlo. Esperemos que todo salga bien. Pues va.
All right, I'm ready.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Emmett Brown. I'm standing on the parking lot at Twin Pines Mall. It's Saturday morning, October 26, 1985, 1:18 a.m. And this is temporal experiment number 1. Come on, Einie. Hey, boy, get in there. That a boy. In you go. Get down. Get your seatbelt on. That's it.
Whoa. Okay.
Please note that Einstein's clock is in precise synchronization with my control watch. Got it?
Right, check, Doc.
Good. Have a good trip, Einstein. Watch your head.
You got that thing hooked up to the car?
Watch this.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
Not me. The car. The car. If my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit. Watch this, watch this. What did I tell you? 88 miles per hour! The temporal displacement occurred at exactly 1:20 a.m. and 0 seconds!
Ah, Jesus Christ, Doc, you disintegrated Einstein!
Calm down, Marty. I didn't disintegrate anything. The molecular structure of both Einstein and the car are completely intact.
Where the hell are they?
The appropriate question is, when the hell are they? You see, Einstein has just become the world's first time traveler. I sent him into the future. 1 minute into the future, to be exact. And at precisely 1:21 a.m. and 0 seconds, we shall catch up with him and the time machine.
Que hay referencias.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're going to build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style? Besides, the stainless steel construction made the flux dispersal. Look out!
Madres, esa no se la esperaba.
Doc?
Huh, that's peculiar.
Where's the car, Doc?
It should have caught up with us 27 seconds ago.
Doc, what happened to Einstein?
No need for concern. It's probably just a minor miscalibration of the time circuits. Marty, could you get my notebook? It should be in the toolbox.
Claro que sí, claro que sí. Como se habrán dado cuenta, este es uno de los inicios de la película, pero un pequeño cambio, ¿no? Cambiecillo por ahí. Caja de herramientas.
Notebook. Got it. Flux capacitor?
That's it!
What the heck's a flux capacitor?
My latest invention. The thing that makes time travel possible. In this notebook, I've detailed the nearly 3 decades of scientific breakthroughs necessary to build a working time machine. If it ever fell into the wrong hands, the consequences could be catastrophic. Let's see. It's mass equals I times Z, and E equals the square root of...
Doc, something's way off here.
Madres.
Doc?
Great Scott,
Doc, what is it?
I've made a horrible mistake.
Doc! No!
I'm sorry, Marty.
Doc, come back! Doc! Doc!
Ah, ¿verdad? Ah, ¿verdad?
Marty, is everything okay?
Yeah, Mom, it was just a nightmare. I was in the past, and Doc was there.
Well, you're safe and sound now, back in good old 1986. But you'd better get up. Your father's waiting for you.
Huh?
Weren't you going to meet him over at Doc's?
Holy crap, I'm late!
1986. Back to the Future, the game. Escucharon, está ambientado en 1986, un año después de los eventos de la película. Escucharon la voz del Doc, la voz de Christopher Lloyd, y se me hace padrísimo que lo hayan incluido en el proyecto y que él haya participado. Según yo, la voz de Marty no es la de Michael J. Fox, pero es parecida. Creo que la voz de la mamá sí es la de la actriz, creo, pero no estoy seguro. Venta estatal.
Dad, are we too late to stop the sale?
Better late than never. You wouldn't believe how much rare stuff there is back here.
That's Doc's stuff. The city has no right to.
Now, son, I know you're upset, but your friend's been gone for months, and the city really seems hell-bent on using his land for that new parking garage. And, hey, is that a first edition Jules Verne?
It's just not fair. At least things can't get any worse.
Hey, Marty!
Ay, voy a ver si no hay copyright.
Hi there.
Come to see if the old crackpot had any buried treasure?
Nah, I guess I'm just remembering.
Les dije items del laboratorio y asegúrate de que Doc no dejó nada peligroso por ahí. Muy bien, estoy pensando, creo que la cámara no estorba para las cinemáticas, ¿verdad? Estaba pensando en quitarlo, pero bueno, ahí me van comentando en el chat si quieren que quite la cámara, así para que no me vean así o así. Si no les estorba, como les guste más, si está todo bien en el audio, ahí me van avisando en el chat. El alimentador.
Hey, let me...
Now, Biff, leave Marty alone. This is a very emotional time for him.
Oh, sure. Sorry, Marty.
¿Se acuerdan de las películas terminan con George McFly no siendo un perdedor? Entonces, para que vean que aquí hay continuidad. Relojes.
I wonder why Doc didn't take any of these with him.
Pues quién sabe.
A fish tank? I never knew Doc raised fish. Doc's fish had weird taste in decor. I kind of like Doc. I miss Einstein.
Estos juegos son mucho de ver por todos lados, a ver qué te encuentras. Puede haber referencias, puede haber cosas importantes para el juego, cosas por el estilo.
Does nature contrive it so that even with a time machine you can intervene to prevent your own conception, for example?
Sí, güey, se puede. Según la película, ¿no? Ahorita hablamos con Josh. Vamos a ver qué veo por acá. Esta es la maqueta, este es este güey.
Hey, Biff.
Oh, hi, Marty.
Te espero que no tenga copyright esta madre por las canciones.
What are you doing here?
Well, I was as bummed as anybody to hear that the old nutcase had kicked it.
He's not.
But I'm not above picking through the remains. You know what they say. Don't look a gift horse in the butt.
Come on.
Doc's not dead, you know. He's still around.
Oh, really? Do you see him around here?
I'm looking for something, in particular.
Yeah? Something valuable?
Never mind.
No, se este.
Hey, let me try, Marty.
Hijo de tu pinche madre.
Now, Biff, let Marty have his turn.
Órale,
You got it, Mr. McFly.
pues pícale, güey, pícale. Ah, no va a
Enough
dejarse
of that
mal.
junk.
Now, Biff.
Sorry, Marty.
Parte de su madre.
Feels like that was a lifetime ago. Actually, I guess it was.
¿Qué tal?
Doc built this model at downtown Hill Valley way back in 1955. The clock tower in the courthouse even works. What the? Is that Doc's notebook in there?
Hey, that looks just like the courthouse. You gotta hand it to the old coot. He was good with his hands.
Biff, can I see that a minute?
This would look great in my fish tank. Give the old carp something new to nibble on.
You know, you and my folks go way back.
Yeah, so?
So how about letting me have that model courthouse, for old time's sake?
No, I think I'll keep it.
Give it here, Biff.
Well, well, look at what we have here. Looks like plans for something. What's a flux catheter?
It's none of your business. Doc asked me to...
Brown's worm food, kid. But this looks like it might be worth something. Ha!
Catheter.
Seems kinda empty without the courthouse. Hey, Biff.
Vamos a ver.
I only want that notebook because, well, I'm sentimental. It's like a piece of Doc.
Doc's dead. Time to get over it and move on.
A ver, ahorita le sigo preguntando más.
Never
Voy a ver
mind.
qué más encuentro. Ah, vale, mal. Quiero ver el amplificador, güey.
Let's make some noise.
Ay, güey, no mames que está jalando. Ya le subí a la madre esta.
It took me forever to repair this thing after I blew it out last time, and now some jerk's gonna pick it up for pennies.
Hay que volarla, güey, hay que volarla. Eso. Dale, pinche guitarra.
Hey, Dad, why's my guitar got a price tag on it?
Sorry, son. Must have been an overzealous clerk. Just pick it up. I'll iron things out with the bank.
Ok. Tengo una foto de mi papá, güey. Hablar con mi jefe.
Hey, Dad. Who's running this sale anyway?
Oh, that'd be me, son.
You. Why?
Well, once it became apparent that the bank was going through with the sale, I volunteered to oversee it in order to make sure that Doc's stuff would be treated with a modicum of respect. Isn't that right, Biff?
You got it, Mr. McFly.
Ah, lo estoy haciendo poca madre.
I'm telling you, this sale is a joke. Doc's only been gone for a few months, and I happen to know.
Yes, you've told us he's not dead. He's on a trip. Let's say you're right. have you considered that this trip may not have been entirely voluntary? I hate to say it, but Doc's run up some pretty sizable debts around town. Maybe he's just hiding from his creditors.
Verga, tiro del cuaderno. Sí, el otro güey no me lo va a dar.
That notebook is Doc's legacy. I've got an obligation to protect it.
Now, hold on a minute. Didn't you just get done telling me Doc's still around? Off traveling somewhere?
Pues sí,
Yeah.
¿por qué chingos ven las cosas?
Then how is it your obligation to protect his legacy? You can't have it both ways, Marty. If Doc's alive, he can protect his own legacy.
¿Cómo, güey? No mames.
You got Doc wrong. Sure, maybe he's not so good with money. That's just because his mind's always on bigger things. But he's still a straight-up guy. He'd never run away from his problems.
Well, you know him better than I do, son. But the bank is within its rights to sell off his stuff. Maybe you should try to find some things to remember him by before Biff grabs them all.
Lo tengo que quitar.
I'll keep looking around. Thanks, Dad.
Voy a hablar con Biff y ya después vuelo a la chingada del pinche amplificador. A ver si se puede.
Hey, Biff. I'll pay you for it.
How much? Not enough.
That notebook wouldn't mean anything to you. You wouldn't even understand what's in it.
You calling me ignorant?
Simón. No vale nada. Es peligroso. No.
Never mind.
Vamos al amplificador a ver qué hace con la guitarra.
Here's an oldie, but a goodie. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, look, it's Chuck Butthead.
Volalo, güey, ya.
Let me show you how it's done.
Now, Biff, I think that's Marty's guitar.
Oh, gosh, you're right, Mr. McFly. Here you go, Marty. Let's hear a few licks.
Pasan.
Man, you kids have ruined rock and roll.
¿Se viene volando el libro o no? ¿No? Ah, cabrón.
Hey, Biff.
Ah, yo creo que había salido volando.
Never mind. I better not crank it up anymore. I really don't want to blow this thing out again.
Súbele, güey. Ah, yo creo que sí. No, vistas, güey, a la macha.
And now, something your kids are really gonna like.
Thanks for warming them up for me, butthead.
Biff, I thought I told you not to take my son's guitar.
Oh, right. Sure thing, Mr. McFly. I was just warming him up for you, Marty. Let's see what you got.
Ah, no, güey, sale volando.
Man, you kids have ruined rock and roll.
¿Recuerdan que les dije que ya lo había jugado? Bueno, hay muchas cosas que no recuerdo. Fue hace años. ¿Puedo salir?
I can't leave until I get Doc's notebook back from Biff.
Ya les voy a decir todo. No
Hey,
veo qué
Dad.
chingados.
Do you think dreams can predict the future?
Well, you know I don't go in for that mystical stuff. but I do think they can reflect how you're feeling about the future.
About Biff, Dad, I know you're trying to help.
He talks a big game, son, but he's not so tough. I've been dealing with him a long time. Believe me, I can handle it.
So can I.
Dile que me dé el pinche cuaderno, güey, no mames.
I guess you can. Okay, son, I'll stay out of your way. You know where to find me. Problem? Biff?
He's got this thing, see, and I really need to get it back.
If he stole something from you...
No, it's one of Doc's notebooks. Yeah, he found it first, but...
Oh,
Es cierto,
well
güey,
then
lo
I'm not
visito.
sure what to tell you. I guess you'll just have to appeal to his better angels or something.
Or something.
Mami, yo la vi primero, güey. Ah, pinche.
I'll keep looking around. Thanks, Dad.
Ya dame el hijo de tu pinche madre.
Hey, Biff. It's just a notebook with Doc's scribblings. What did Doc ever accomplish?
Nothing.
Then it's worthless, right?
If it was really worthless, you wouldn't want it so bad.
Por eso no se lo quiere decir.
I just can't let you keep that notebook. It's dangerous.
What, is it set to explode or something?
Well, in a way.
I'll take my chances.
Never mind.
Madre, güey.
Hope that wasn't poison gas or anything.
¿Qué hizo?
I'll probably never know what this is for.
No hizo nada, ¿verdad? Caldero.
Doc must have whipped up some crazy compounds in that cauldron. It smells like beef stew.
Güey, la pinche foto de eso, ¿qué dice?
I keep this picture of my dad to remind me that even the most hopeless losers can grow up to be pretty cool guys.
Ay. Mames, voy empezando, güey, ya me atoré. Madre, güey. ¿Se les ocurre algo? No, puta madre.
You want to
yo
hear a
quería
number by Biff and the Biff
Quería que la
Tones?
agarrara.
Always happy to play for my adoring fans.
Mira. A huevo.
Now watch me blow the lid off this joint.
Whatever you say.
Chingazo, madre.
Rock on, Biff.
Oh, shit.
Pélate, güey.
Doc, where are you?
Yo quiero un DeLorean.
Doc?
Con el pie, güey, con el pie, te vas a quemar. Te dije, cabrón.
Einstein! Where do you come from, boy? Didn't you bring Doc with you? Okay, Doc, I know I haven't seen you in a few months, but I'm pretty sure this isn't your shoe.
Una mujer, ¿eh?
I can use those to enter a date into the time circuits.
Ya sé, güey, quiero que veas de dónde viene.
I can use those to enter a date into the time circuits.
Marty? Marty, if you're hearing this recording, then the DeLorean's automatic retrieval feature is a resounding success.
Automatic retrieval?
In case of my failure to return to the DeLorean within an allotted time, I programmed the time machine to jump to these four-dimensional coordinates without me. As you are well aware, time travel is an inherently risky activity, and despite my elaborate precautions, there's always a possibility that I could land in trouble sometime. And that sometime is now, or then, or maybe later.
He's in trouble.
Marty, you come to my rescue in the past, or was it the future? Anyway, I'm relying on you to do it again. Please take the DeLorean back, or forward, to whatever it is I'm stuck in time. When you get there, I'm sure you'll figure out what to do.
That's it? Aren't you gonna tell me when that is?
Just go to the date specified on the time circuit readout under the heading marked Last Time Departed. Good luck.
Right, last time departed. Oh, jeez. Come on. Crap! Oh, great. How am I supposed to find him now?
Mete el otro madrazo, güey, igual y así ya.
Looks like the time circuits still work. Now I only need to know when to look for Doc. I can use those to enter a date into the time circuits. Once I know when to look for Doc.
Ah, pues creo que me tengo que salir. Pues aquí, güey, aquí debe haber algo.
This notebook has all of Doc's plans for the flux capacitor and the DeLorean. I'd better make sure it never falls into the wrong hands. And by wrong hands, I mostly mean Biff.
¿Quién eres? Gracias por seguir.
This time-traveling shoe is my only clue to finding Doc.
Mira abajo del pinche zapato, güey, igual dice fecha de fabricación o algo.
Marty?
Soy el canelito. Obvio, sé quién eres. Obvio. Ok. Ah, pues este güey. Einstein no traerá una notita o algo así. No, sin usar pistas, madre, güey. Soy macho. A ver.
What kind of trouble is Doc in, Einie?
Tycoons, o no sé cómo se pronuncia, mejor ponte a estudiar. No mames, güey, si parece que yo estoy en la escuela todas las tardes, güey, ando metido en curso y medio. Voy a entrar otra vez al garage. No, hombre, hijo, mis aviones. No es como que el año indicado para estudiar aviones. Ah, espérate, no me quiero salir. Congelado, pantalla. Ah, que no. Pues al rato me pongo, qué chingados. Dóname, güey, acá abajo, acá está la cámara. Acá abajo me puedes donar, güey. Tanto me quieres, güey. En estos tiempos de desempleo.
I probably shouldn't fiddle with the time circuits again until I know when to look for Doc.
Préndelo, güey.
Nah.
Ah, ya sé. Bueno, creo que... A ver tú, perro. ¡Ay, ni!
What do you know about this shoe, Einie? Great Scott! I think he's onto something.
Está, güey. Muchos perros en serio. Con peluca, relleno sin largo. Sí, sin relleno, güey. Nada más con la peluca, güey. Si lo que me falta es pelo.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. How's this supposed to lead me to Doc, Einie?
Primero toca el timbre. A ver, Aini, dime qué le toco.
Step away from the door! Now, let me get a look at you.
Einstein, come on!
Just as I suspected. Hooligans! Get along now! Scat! State your business, child! You're making me miss Merv!
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not sure why I'm here. Einstein here brought me, and...
Well?
Can you let me in? I've got something to show you.
What is it? Let me see.
¿Y si no es ella? Edna, ya sabemos su nombre.
A shoe? Now what would I want with a... Huh?
Ah, ándale, güey.
Stay there!
La Cenicienta.
Leave that creature outside!
Sorry, Einstein.
Well, took you long enough.
There's a lot of stairs.
To return the shoe, I mean. I lost it ages ago. You can put it down next to the other one. Much better. So neat and orderly. I suppose you'll be wanting some sort of reward now.
No,
All I've got is tea and candy.
But...
I'm sorry I called you a hooligan. I try not to jump to conclusions, but after all, 9 out of 10 people in this city are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up.
Gamberros, güey. ¿Quién dice gamberros?
Have a seat, Sonny.
Ni los viejitos dicen gamberros.
Hey! You kids! Put out those cigarettes!
Mames, ya señores así, güey. Vamos a ver fotos. Ah, no se puede ver fotos. Ya dígame, ¿quién es? ¿Conoce al Doc?
Miss Strickland?
Jack! Diane! I know what you're doing behind that tree!
Oof.
Yes?
Do you remember when you lost your shoe?
Shoe?
That shoe over there.
Oh, that shoe! Hi, what a nosy Nelly! No one likes a busybody, you know.
But...
Oh, fine, let me think about it. Yes, I remember. I lost it in a scuffle with a dog. Oh, when was it? Oh, yes, the day that speakeasy burned down.
A speakeasy? In Hill Valley?
Don't act so surprised, young man. Your generation doesn't hold a copyright on moral depravity, you know. Sin has been on the prowl in Hill Valley since the day it was founded.
What's with all these newspapers?
This is my personal archive. I've got every issue of the Hill Valley Telegraph ever published.
Get out! Every single issue?
From 1871 to the present. If it happened in Hill Valley, you'll find it in my stacks.
1871 y estamos en 1986. O sea, tiene más de 100 años. ¿Cuántos años tiene, señora?
I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
Ok, necesito saber el día que se...
Don't let me keep you from your business.
esa madre.
You there! Don't even think about tossing that Kleenex on the ground! Don't touch those! My newspapers are in pristine condition and meticulously organized. Not about to let some street punk get jam all over them.
Aquí tiene un gato. Hace poco.
Is that Vice Principal Strickland?
Mother never could keep little Gerald out of her clothes.
Marshall Strickland.
My grandfather, gunned down by Mad Dog Tannen over 100 years ago.
That's not how I remember it. Jeez, they all look like they've got sticks up there.
What's that?
Nothing. Miss Strickland, about your tea. You forgot to turn on the...
U! It's spelled with a U! You illiterate vandal!
That tea's never gonna boil.
Aquí no es. Puerta exterior.
What are these?
My editorial trophies.
Cat Lovers Quarterly.
It's legitimate journalism.
Man, she keeps it hot in here.
That's the kettle. I'll be right back with some tea. And don't touch anything.
Ok. ¿Para qué chingos tengo que tener el periódico? Con la cámara en corto.
Juveniles collide with manure truck. Nice picture.
Otra referencia. Saca otro, güey, saca otro.
Brown Mansion destroyed. 1962. No, that's not where Doc's stranded. Alright, Einstein brought me this shoe, and Miss Strickland lost the shoe on the day the speakeasy burned down. But when did the speakeasy burn down? I at least need to know the year.
Entonces tengo que preguntar.
Oh, the candy looks older than I am.
Ah, cabrón.
Firm announces plans for Lone Pine Mall, Peabody Ranch to be rezoned for commercial development. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Pues quiero que regrese, güey, para preguntarle el año. A ver aquí.
Yeah, that's peculiar. The water still hasn't come to a boil.
Ah, dígame el pinche año, señora.
Excuse me, Miss Strickland? Wow, Wow, a speakeasy. That must have been wild. Is it true they used to drink gin out of slippers like my grandma said?
Don't romanticize the past, young man. Prohibition was a time when gangsters ruled the town while honest citizens quaked in their beds.
So where was it? That speakeasy that burned down, I mean.
That was ages ago. If you're looking for bootleg hooch.
No, I'm just curious, that's all. I'm a student of history.
Student of history, my Aunt Fanny. Yeah, your generation of hooligans and slackers could give two ripe figs about history.
Miss Strickland?
Oh, video store!
Huh?
The speakeasy used to be hidden in plain sight down there in the town square. Right where that disgusting videotape rental store squats today.
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
The following year, as I recall.
Don't let me keep you from your business.
Hay que buscar el pinche año en que abrieron el videocentro. A ver si no. Vamos a ver esta ya otra vez.
There's the whistle! Surely the water's boiling by now.
Clint Eastwood plunges to death on runaway train. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Sobre todo cuando tiene una historia así. A ver.
Hey, mind if I use your binoculars for a sec?
Go ahead, dear.
¿Cuál en el videocentro dice el...? Ahí está. Ah, no. Ahí está, güey, 1932.
Rebuilt in February 1932. So the fire must have happened before then. But when? I need a date.
Don't look at me. I'm far too old for you.
31. Ahora ya nomás. A ver.
Miss Strickland? So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
The following year, as I recall.
I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. Yeah, I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter, in fact.
Any idea what date that article?
Well, obviously the day after the...
Doing some stargazing?
No, I set my sights on the lower things. Is that...
Lieutenant! Get away from that hubcap before I call your father!
Don't let me keep you from your business.
¿Qué? 1932, ¿no?
There's the whistle! Surely the water's boiling by now.
Let's see. Ground broken on site of former speakeasy, singer vanishes, Hill Valley Expo delights crowd, soup kitchen exposed. Here we go. Speakeasy arsonist slain. Legal procedure gave way to old-fashioned vengeance last night when a mob descended on the Hill Valley police station. The suspect in the speakeasy arson case, a drifter known as Carl Sagan, was pulled from his... Carl Sagan? It's Doc! Killed by a mob. What's the date? June 14th, 1931. Jeez, I gotta rescue him.
Ah, no mames.
My newspapers!
Sorry, Miss Strickland. Let me...
No! You've gotten my history out of order! Oh, do you know how long it'll take to fix what you've done? Oh, get out! Get out! Get out!
Help! Police! I'm being attacked by hooligans!
Hooligans! 91. Vamos al pasado en este capítulo.
Marty! Where you been, son? And what are you doing in that getup?
Didn't I tell you? I got the lead in the school play. We're doing...
Grapes of Wrath?
Right.
Oh, Steinbeck! Who are you playing? Never mind, you don't have to explain. I'm sure whatever it is you're up to, you know what you're doing, right?
I hope so.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love, right? Wish my dad had understood that. You won't stay away too long.
You'll barely know I was gone.
¿No se le hizo raro un DeLorean modificado, güey?
You ready to go, Einstein?
Un DeLorean, aunque estuviera todo normal. Está bueno.
Time circuits on. Flux capacitor, fluxy. Okay, if Doc's gonna get killed on June 14th, 1931, I'll just show up the day before and get him out. I hope you know what you're doing, Doc.
Puso el mismo día, ¿no? O vi mal. Voy a poner mi cámara aquí para que... Bueno.
Einstein, where'd you go now, boy?
Ay, bueno, no lo atropellaron. Estoy diciendo. Ahí está.
Young man! Excuse me, young man!
Who? Me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm looking for a man in the street reaction. Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
I read about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
There's gotta be some sort of mistake here. Carl wouldn't do something like that.
It's surprising the lengths a person will go to when it's a clear-cut matter of right and wrong. You've got an honest look about you. You do support the side of righteousness, I trust.
How'd Doc get himself into...
Doc?
Doc is his nickname. I'm good friends with Carl.
You are? Really? Oh, but I need an unbiased opinion for my story. Pretend you don't know him. How would you feel about his heroic act of destruction?
You can mark me down as a supporter.
The young man said, flashing a boyish yet virile grin. Hill Valley needs more upstanding youths like yourself. Do you have a message for the vicious gangsters who still roam these streets, no doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze, sin, and debauchery?
Ask him where I can get the address.
Ah, I see! Because you want to blast it to smithereens just like Carl Sagan did. With public-spirited citizens like you around, the lawless element will be on the run in no time. Mr. May I get your name?
Yeah, it's... Michael Corleone.
Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Corleone. Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
Ay, no sabías.
I know. I met you back. I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet! I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better... Oh!
Einstein, no. Down, boy.
Is this wretched creature yours? He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
Doc. I gotta find Doc. Hey, can I get some moose?
What does this look like? A hunting lodge?
Okay, no turbo. Not hiring.
You gonna buy anything?
No.
Then get out, Bob.
I guess this is where the speakeasy burned down. How'd Doc ever get mixed up in that?
Averiguaremos.
Gale, Zemeckis, and
Robin
Fine.
McFly.
Attorneys at law. No solicitors.
Aguanta. Yay.
Hello?
No solicitors!
No solicitors.
How can I help you, sir?
Without any money, I don't really have any business in there.
Oh, pues yo quería ver, güey. Beneficencia, ándale, güey, tienes dinero. Ah, sí me aceptaron.
McFly!
Ándale.
Biff?
Kid!
Grandpa?
That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it. If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river. You wouldn't want that, would you? Would you?
No, of course not, kid.
All right, that's better. What are you looking at, punk? Keep your eyes on the soup, kid. Well?
Well, what?
What are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And McFly?
Yes?
That hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it. Now scram!
You got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 + 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey! Anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
Estamos conociendo al abuelo McFly. Porque vean que todo aquí en la historia es algo nuevo, o sea, no es... hay referencias a las películas, pero es otra historia. No dejó nada. Bueno, sopa. Bola
8. Okay. Hey, never mind.
No, güey, pues si le quiero sopa, pues tampoco se adivina. Ah, un señor. Tío.
I better not talk to him. I don't want to mess up his timeline. Lazy hands make a man poor, but diligent hands bring wealth. Maybe that's my problem. Lazy hands. For we were born only yesterday and know nothing, and our days on earth are but a shadow. Actually, I won't be born for about 40 years.
Cabrón. Voy a dar el teléfono, pero no tengo... aquí chingados marcar.
There's no way I'm gonna keep that door open without some help.
Puedo ni irrumpir a gusto.
What are those tables for?
We keep a few extra tables around for our end-of-the-month hobo soirees.
End of the month.
Maybe I should go to the jail and talk to Doc before I start dialing random people in 1931.
Ah, está en la cárcel, güey, qué idiota. Ese yo, güey. Bueno, yo quería conocer a mi abuelo, güey. Está la cárcel. Ah, aquí está la cárcel.
Who are you and what do you want?
Can I talk to, Carl Sagan?
Are you his lawyer?
No.
Then scram.
Mames, güey, dile que sí. Te va a pedir el título. Otra vez.
I think I'll just talk to Doc from out here. Psst, Doc!
Marty!
Doc!
What are you doing here?
You sent for me, Doc.
I did? When?
May 14th, 1986.
1980? The automatic retrieval system, of course. I'd almost forgotten about that.
So what's our plan for getting you out of here?
Plan? We don't need a plan.
We don't?
Not in the slightest. The police picked me up for that speakeasy fire a couple of weeks ago, but the DA hasn't got a case. They're releasing me tomorrow morning.
So basically, I traveled 50 years into the past to deliver your car?
Sorry about that, but it's so wonderful to see you. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, you might want to hold off on that, Doc.
Great Scott! I'm going to be gunned down by gangsters on the steps of the courthouse.
Why would they do that?
Guess they didn't approve of my burning down their speakeasy.
Very funny, Doc. Maybe now we should come up with a plan?
A plan? Right. But what?
Why don't I take the DeLorean, go back in time before you were arrested, and stop you from getting caught in the first place?
Don't even think about it. Without my unjust incarceration, the events that sent you into the past might never happen, resulting in a paradox of continuum-shattering proportions.
Jeez, we've been back together for 5 minutes, Doc, and you're already talking about the end of the universe. I've missed that.
Don't be ridiculous, Marty. I was only referring to the end of the universe as we know it.
Ah, bueno.
Hey, maybe I could talk to the gangsters. Tell them they're about to shoot the wrong guy.
I don't think the criminals of this era are going to be very receptive to a complete stranger telling them that their secret assassination plan is misguided, do you?
Well, I suppose I could just get some dynamite and break you out of jail.
No, that's far too dangerous. Not just to me, but to random innocent people in the past. The repercussions could be... That's it!
What's it?
My rocket-powered drill.
You have a rocket-powered drill?
Not yet. I haven't built it yet.
You've lost me, Doc.
Listen, a few months ago, my 17-year-old self sent in a patent application for a rocket-powered drill. I abandoned the project after I never heard back from the patent office, but the prototype should be nearly complete.
Great, I'll just run back to your lab and...
No, I said nearly complete. You'll need me to help you finish it.
How the hell am I supposed to sneak a half-finished rocket-powered drill into your cell?
Not me! 1931 me!
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to convince your 1931 self to build a rocket-powered drill to break you out of jail?
Precisely!
Okay, let's say I go along with this crazy idea. Where can I find you? I mean, the other you.
How should I know? It was over 50 years ago. Why don't you go over to the soup kitchen next door and give my house a call? They'll know where to find me.
Soup kitchen. Got it.
Just stay away from the soup. It'll cause irreparable damage to your digestive system.
I guess I better get started. Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out of here in no time.
I'm not worried. Once you and my younger self put your heads together, you'll be unstoppable.
Ah, bueno. Sí, vamos a hablar por teléfono. No.
Eli thought you... Eli should...
Sí.
Brown residence?
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse. Who may I say is calling?
The courthouse? Doc never told me he worked at the courthouse.
Okay. Abogado, pues después de eso sí. Bueno, supongo. The courthouse. Mira, güey, está abierto. Perrito, güey. Se perdió.
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
Ah.
Don't touch those! These are very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. Judge Brown says so.
Judge Brown? Doc. Nice to meet you. I'm Michael, Corleone.
Emmett Brown. But I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact. Naturally, H2 of A multiplied by the inversion of H has to come out less than expectation value of A, right? No. What am I missing?
Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
Come on, Doc. Emmett, drop the Legal Eagle Act. I got something more important for you to do.
Mr. Corleone, I'll have you know that the law is the very mortar that holds society together, and we in the legal profession are like brick masons building the edifice of the future.
Your dad tell you that?
Every morning.
Listen, I understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Invention? You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science. The gravitational constant is variable. Wait, is that even possible? Oh, let's start over. Force equals mass times acceleration of course. That's Newton.
Come on, wait up a minute.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
See, I'm sort of in the science business myself. That's why I sought you out.
Not that I care in the least, because science is the furthest thing from my own area of interest, which is law, but I don't believe you.
It's true. I'm a scientist.
So tell me something, Mr. Scientist, from your vast storehouse of scientific knowledge.
The leg bone's connected to the thigh bone?
Amazing.
Okay, so you don't want your old man to know. That's fine. Listen, we all keep secrets. But I'm telling you can level with me about this science project of yours.
I am not a scientist. Go ahead, ask me what E equals.
What does E equal?
I have absolutely no idea. See? I don't know where you got your information from about me, mister, but you're wrong. Oh, which brings us back to H.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
So, Emmett, what time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night? But today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
Oh, está cabrón.
How about you knock off work early and I'll buy you a beer or soda? What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty with sugary beverages. Keeping the wheels of justice turning, that's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Come on, you could trust me, Doc. Emmett, it's your future I'm looking out for, in more ways than one.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and science.
Oh, that word again! If you insinuate I'm a scientist once more, I'll sue you for defamation of character!
I better not. Those lawyers sound kind of nasty.
Estoy con el viejo. No me pelas.
Psst, Doc!
Marty, have you found my younger self yet?
Well, I met your younger self.
Great!
And I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
What?
You won't even talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
I tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
What? What? Oh, Father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections, so I carefully kept them under wraps, practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
It sucked a lot. Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him, but right now, my younger self probably thinks you've been sent by my father to check up on me.
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure.
Man, ni hace nada, güey, va de un lado a otro.
You know, your younger self seems really dedicated to the law.
It's a facade, I assure you. I had to keep up appearances to appease my father.
Why does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter unless... The Hill Valley Expo!
The Expo?
Yes, the Expo. How could I have forgotten? In a few months, the younger me will put on a demonstration at the Hill Valley Exposition, my first public foray into the world of science. Everyone in town will be there, including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
So, it was a big success?
No, it was a miserable failure. but it was a spectacularly miserable failure, one which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
What does this exploit have to do with you muttering all the time?
When I was younger, I used to relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums. No doubt my younger self is working on some impossible problem in an attempt to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?
I don't know. H to the something with an inverse of something else. I'm not so good at equations.
That's too bad. I bet if we could solve my younger self's problem, he'd be more inclined to listen to you.
Ah, puta madre, lo tengo que escuchar.
I still can't figure out what your younger self is muttering about.
Blast! If only I...
Sí, voy.
Let's talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
Puta madre, me tengo que ir hasta acá para cruzar la calle. A los diseñadores no se les dio la gana de diseñar un cruce ahí.
The constant mass of acceleration is reduced by the inverse of its derivative of the speed relative to the speed of light. Oh, it brings back to H.
¿Otra vez, güey, qué? Esperando que salga, bueno.
Oh, no. It's going to be the inverse. I have to line up. No. It's not possible. No. Or do we take H to stand for the Hermitian line operator?
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
No piqué nada.
What's this important business you're up to?
It's a legal matter, very complicated, very abstruse. I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party of the first part.
You have no idea what it's about, do you?
That's how important it is.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Emmett, about your...
Don't say it. Now, if H stands for the one-dimensional harmonic oscillator, then naturally H2A multiplied by the inversion of H has to come out less than expectation value of A, right? No. What am I missing here?
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Se me acerco mucho
Emmett,
lo alerta.
about your...
Don't say it. No. It's not possible. No.
Aquí no puedo pasar, es un lugar público, ¿no?
I don't need to go in there anymore.
¿Me voy a seguir una vez más?
Now, if H stands for one...
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Emmett, about your...
Don't say it.
Voy a alejar, no.
Or do we take H to stand for the Hermitian line operator? But in that case, H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A might well be equal to A's expectation value, but only if the coefficient of friction remains constant and the gravitational constant is variable.
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
Yep, yeah.
Constant mass of acceleration is reduced by the inverse of its derivative of the speed relative to the speed of light. Oh, it brings back to H.
Entiendo la velocidad relativa de la luz. Creo que siempre se queda limitada por H, creo. La H.
Psst, Doc!
Morty! How goes the escape plan?
I'm still not making any headway with your younger self, Doc.
No.
Really?
Puedo averiguar cómo puedo ser, pues es muy delicado, ok.
Let's talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget.
Psst, Doc! Where have you been all this time? I missed you.
I've missed you too, Marty. But I thought it was important to let you live your own life for a while, free from the insanity of time travel.
I gotta admit, it was nice to not have my family history blowing up in my face for a few months.
Besides, I've been busy raising my own unpredictable teenagers.
Ah, sus hijos ya son adolescentes, claro.
Guess who I bumped into at the soup kitchen? My grandfather.
No!
Don't worry, I didn't talk to him or change his future or anything.
Good.
I wish I could, though. This era's tannin is treating him like dirt.
Don't worry. If history plays out as it's supposed to, he'll soon be out from under Kit Tannen's thumb and free to live out his life as a humble accountant with your grandma. What was her name again?
Sylvia.
Right, Sylvia.
What's the story with this kid Tannen jerk anyway?
Biff's father? By this time next year, he'll be pulling down a life sentence in San Quentin. There was even a song about it.
Wait, if Biff will be born in 1938, and Kid will be in prison...
As I recall, he escaped from prison in 1937 for about 3 hours.
That's a busy 3 hours.
No kidding.
What do you know about Edna Strickland?
Edna? We never really socialized when I was younger. She was a few years older than me, and we traveled in different socioeconomic circles. Why do you ask?
She thinks you're a hero for burning down that speakeasy. She's doing a story on you.
A story? Oh, yes, now I remember. Ask Edna, the etiquette column that doubled as a pro-temperance soapbox. She believed that the consumption of alcohol would inevitably lead to a complete societal breakdown.
Sounds like a fun gal.
You should have seen her when the hippies started showing up in the 60s. She just about lost her mind.
That would explain a lot. I know this really isn't the right time or place, but I found your notebook.
Ah, so that's where I left it. Why'd you bring it here?
Because the bank's selling off all your stuff.
They can't do that. Well, you hold on to it for safekeeping. We'll deal with my financial situation in 1986 after we save me from a grisly death in 1931.
Hang in there, Doc.
Not the best choice of words, Marty.
Si le enseño el cuaderno al Doc joven, a ver qué traigo. Teléfono de Doc. Cuento que en algo lo voy a regar con el abuelo y esto va a empezar a desaparecer. Ah, por algo la traigo. A ver, voy a enseñar el cuaderno, a ver si quiere. Otra vez no te hago. Quieto.
Inverse. I have to no, not possible. No. Or do we take H's staff with her MIDI line operator?
Doc's notebook doesn't belong to him. Okay, actually, it does belong to him, but not yet.
Okay.
Wait, is that even possible? Now, if H stands for one-dimensional harmonic oscillator, then naturally A multiplied by the inversion of H has to come out less than expectation value of A, right? Now, what am I missing here?
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
No sé qué decirle, güey, no sé ni qué darle.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
¿Qué hora es? Va a ser 10:30. Llevamos hora y media de stream. Yo creo... No, deja que termine de hablar esta
about
vuelta.
your...
Don't say it. No.
Yo creo que lo vamos a parar aquí el stream, por lo menos de este jueguito. Ahorita vos si me echo alguna otra partida de otro juego. Pero volvemos al Back to the Future, lo dejamos aquí. Vamos a seguir, este juego me lo quiero aventar completito. Ya alguna vez lo terminé, una vez me lo eché completo, pero fue así, chorro de años, iba en la prepa creo. El mismo juego, nada más que tiene estas partes en este tipo de juegos en las que es investigarles, ver qué te encuentras, es ver qué pasa, no es como que la historia así te va llevando tú solito sin que encuentres nada. Entonces en este tipo de juegos pues, sí, llega a ser un poco tedioso. Es la razón por la que no mucha gente le gusta este tipo de juegos, pero a mí me encantan y tengo ganas de streamearlo, y incluso probablemente lo suba a YouTube, toda la campaña completa.